Here's my remand card.
Hi everyone, thanks for you guys watching this video. My name is Zhang Zhi. So in today's video, I would like everybody start to learn about how to program, and no matter what majors you are, and would also like use my personal experience to let you guys know, learning about to computer programming is much easier than you guys thought. So why I recommend everybody start to do that? Because in our contemporary societies, application or software already being used in almost every aspect in our life. So learning how to program has actually become a literacy skill, especially for the digital young. According to Time magazine, people start to suggest that people should learning about how to programming since they are in elementary or junior school. So we would say learning how to program is actually a very important skill for everyone. So in your daily life, have you ever found a situation that you working on some mandatory or repetitive job or task, or have you ever find something on the internet but failed? So you keep you have to charge your money in some charge software or companies. So if you in that situations, I would have you ever thinking about inviting your own toys, or start to just learning how to programming and invited your own program to help you work become more efficient. So in that case, so I would just suggest everybody started doing that things. So the first thing I want to introduce is what's the benefit about programming. So as you guys know, according to the Wikipedia, computer programming is actually a process that leads from the original formulation of programming problems to executable programming computer program. So in that process, people could build up their own computative thought, based on that computational thinking. People could make their idea more structured, more organized, and during that process, people actually could have more implement their own original or creative thoughts. They will find a problem and solve it by themselves. During this process, it could help people to become more independently, and they could actually find their own idea or their passion about solving these things. For example, the guys who invented the Linux software, Linux operating system, actually he find the Windows or Linux is actually redundant, or they have lot of problems. So he decided to use his way to invent his own toy and build his own operation system. And in that case, he invented Linux, and for up to now, Linux is already very popular and world famous operating systems. So apart from that, help people to have more creative thoughts, actually learning how to program is very helpful. When people want to success in their career, according to a code.org websites, there are actually more than 500,000 open jobs in US about how to programming. And according to a fast company.org, it suggests students who are looking for some increased salaries, or they find some potential about the job opportunities market. They will recommend people could start with learning how to programming and find a job about how to program. So actually, it doesn't matter you're working in some scientist or jobs, or you're looking for some marketing jobs. It's all related to computer now. So the more you learn about the computers, I think there will be more success you will be in your futures. So I want to also introduce learning program is actually more easier than you guys thought. So for example, I'm a computer science major, but I have more like classmates. I have many classmates that like from my majors. Actually, they are not computer science majors before. They transfer from some like chemistry or geology like majors. But after they start to learn that computer things, like even they don't understand the C or Java before, but since they start doing that, they're actually very quicker like than they thought to like learning that those knowledges. So actually, I think in learning program is actually based on the personal experience, like more than like knowledge from the textbook. So I also get a job from like some web developing, like we build some web application for some companies. When I started that job about building a website like by using Drupal, I have no idea what's Drupal about, or like I don't know nothing about how to code in like Drupal system. The company just suddenly decided to use that software. But once I start learning that things from some YouTube website or some open source communities, it actually only cost 2 months for me to get the like how to use Drupal to build web system, and how to build and how to customize and build like their official like website for that companies. So I suggest like people who are interested in programming just start doing their own things. It's actually quicker than they thought. So in the third part, I want to everybody start to like actually doing that things. So actually how to do that? Well, according to a C company, C programming.org website, actually there are 5 steps for people who are interested in learning how to programming. The first thing is you have to figure out what problem you want to solve, or what kind of program you want to build. If you're a scientist, you want to find a program to help you solve some calculation problems, help you like help you like end that struggle about how to calculation some things. I think you could start with build your own program or your own tool to help you like solve your scientific questions. And so that's the first thing you have to figure out, what kind of problem you want to solve. Then based on that problems, you could like choosing ways to solve it by finding some results on internet. Like if your scientists want to find a way to help you solving some equations, I would say you would start with finding the C, like choose Python or SEO like language tools. And after that, I would suggest you start with some example like code. Then you run that example code on your local machines. And like that's the only ways you could figure out how that like code works, or you'll have some basic impressions about how the programming works. Then after that example code, I would suggest you build your own program, like write your own language, like write your own like small programs and then debug it. So after those process, you would know how these things work and start to learn that things. So after all, I would say like it actually doesn't matter what majors you are. A program is always like very helpful like in almost every aspect in our lives. You're an artist, I would suggest you start build your own toys, use computer like programming to build your own art design. If you are like financial like, or you are interested in economic, computer also can help you like about analyze your data. So I think that's all about my today's speech. Thanks to the guys for